I have a quick, if my hair just doing its own thing. I never, to be honest, I always watch your lives and I always want to join and ask a question, but I'm so nervous, y'all. I'm so camera shy. Like, I have a quick, if my hair just doing its own thing. I never, to be honest, I always watch your lives and I always want to join and ask a question, but I'm so nervous, y'all. I'm so camera shy. Like, but I really want to ask this because a lot of the people around me that I have, like, I don't know if you have kids, to be honest. So, if you don't, it's okay. It don't matter, obviously. But, a lot of people that I'm around don't have kids. And so when I ask like related questions, everybody is just younger than me and just gives me like kind of like BS advice. You know what I mean? So I just want genuine advice when it comes to this. But, so I've been with my boyfriend for 4 years. We have a son together. He's 8 months old. I just had him. And, well, not just had him, but kind of recently. And, but he has 4 other kids. So, and they're older too. This is our baby. He's 8 months. And then his oldest is like, he has the oldest daughter that's 15. And then all the rest are boys, all of them, including my son that we have together. He's really, really hard on these boys and men, got to teach them how to be men and stuff like that. But sometimes I struggle because he'll be being so hard on them. And I feel so bad because they also look to me like a mother figure. And so when they're getting in trouble, doing what boys do kind of, and then they'll get in trouble, like he's so rough on them. Like he don't abuse them, but he is a little bit more aggressive with them. Right. So he'll like, when they're really, really testing his patience and it get to that level where it's like, you usually like spank a kid, he'll like, like punch them and like stuff like that, not like in, but I guess there was a situation that happened and one of the boys was doing something with a little girl, 11 years old she was, and he's 13. So they were doing something at our house. They had came to our house and he had lied about the whole situation, right? And so he ended up bringing this little 11-year-old girl into our home at 1:30 in the morning while we was asleep. So I ended up, yes, I know. And she's 11 and he's 13. So not that the age difference is big, but it's just like they're both so little, like she don't have no business being at a boy's house at 11 years old. And so when I ended up waking up, it was like 1:30 in the morning. I woke up, came out to my living room and I seen them sitting on my couch. And I asked him like, who is this sitting on my couch? And he was like, oh, my girlfriend, she needed somewhere to go for tonight. And I told her she could come. And I told him like, why you didn't wake us up and ask us? Like, if she needed somewhere to go, we would have said fine, but we would have made arrangements, like put you in the room with us. You could sleep on the floor with us and she could take the couch or something like that. If she was in a dire situation, So anyway, that was kind of that, but he ended up lying about it. So of course I went and I woke up his dad and told him like, your son has a girl.
Where's the mother? Where's her mother? If she's 11, that's a child. Where's her mother?
In the hospital. I guess in the hospital. And I
The
don't know
little
exactly
girl's
what
at home by herself, the 11-year-old?
she knows. She was supposed to be with her auntie. But what ended up happening is she lied to her auntie and told her auntie she was going to her friend's house. So her auntie dropped her off here, actually at my house, thinking she was going to stay at her friend's house. So my stepson and his little girlfriend, or whatever you want to call her, had their kind of own little scheme planned, right, as to how they were going to get away with this. And so when it ended up getting found out, basically, like when my baby father found out what was going on and stuff, he got mad, and of course he felt disrespected, like you're bringing a little girl and her parents think she's somewhere else and I could get in trouble for this if something happened to her. Like he ended up saying that her dad came and picked her up, but really the little girl just left and ended up actually spending the night in our apartments outside, like, and lied, telling us her daddy came and picked her up. And so anyway, when all this happened, long story longer, when all this happened and my baby father found out, he got mad and started yelling at his son, right? So his son was kind of not taking him serious and kind of not thinking like that what he did was that serious. So then that made my baby father more mad that his son was kind of like playing in his face about it, not taking him serious. And so, yeah, he ended up like kind of punching him like in the chest real hard, like in the middle of the chest. And it like flung him back into the wall and he like hit the wall and everything. And he was screaming at him, like, and I was sitting there so hard thinking like, oh, I want to step in so bad and tell him, like, he started crying and stuff. So I wanted to tell him so bad, like, don't hit him. Don't put your hands on him. Like, try to talk to him, But I guess my problem is, as a stepmom, And I've been in their life for like 5 years now. They look at me like I'm their mama. They listen to me like I'm their mama. I tell them to do something, take out the trash. Yes, ma'am. So I guess my question is, how do I know when to draw that line of like, I need to step out of it because it's not my child, and it's okay to say something because I do play that mother figure in their life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense.
I'm stuck on the 11-year-old girl with a 13-year-old boy in the house.
Yeah.
And you should have said something. You should have been said something. CPS needs to be involved at this point. Because 11-year-old child, that sounds like something has already happened between them.
Yeah, and she very much like, she, even when I was talking to her and I was telling her like, because it got to the point where I was telling her, you're not leaving my house, letting you leave my house, and I don't know for sure you're going with an adult and you're safe. So she, I told her, what's your mama's number? Oh, well, my mama's in the hospital. Okay, what's your daddy's number? So she gave me a number. It ended up being the number disconnected. She just made up a number, right? So I tell her again, all right, the number don't work. You're giving me the wrong number. Like, give me your daddy's number. Then again, she gave me the wrong number again. So she in my house for like a whole hour playing on her phone until finally, like, I got mad and I finally told her, like, look, and at the same time, my baby father getting mad at his son because he telling his son, like, this the girlfriend you brought over here and she playing games with us about this, and this is like, we could get in trouble for this, like if she a runaway, we could get in trouble for harboring a runaway or whatever that's called, so he's kind of getting mad at him, but he also don't know what to do. Like, my stepson don't know what to do. He's 13 years old. He kind of immature. He don't know what to do about the situation, but she's very much like, you could tell she's used to doing what she wants. She's used to nobody really asking her questions, having to respond to an adult. So it took about an hour until oh, that's them actually coming in right now. And I was trying to ask my question before anybody got home. But yeah, that was my question. Hold on, I'm about to go outside really quick. I'm on a live really quick. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry, Ashley. I know you don't be playing games. Let me ask this question quick. And I'm just asking away from him because I don't want him to like get offended. You know what I mean? He kind of like, I don't know if he'll get offended or what. Like, don't be telling my business on live, so I don't know. But that's just my question there. It's just like, I don't when to like step in and when to not, like step out, let him do his daddy thing, and protect the kids, because like, I'm a mother, I got an 8-month-old son, and really as a woman, I'm protective. I'm very much like, don't hit, just talk to them, this and that. So I don't be knowing where to cross that line or where to draw the line, if I need to even draw that line.
You need to step over the line, jump on the line, throw the line away. You should have done track and field around that line already. As a woman, you need to say something. As a woman, something needs to be said at this point. What's going on is unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
I have no words. I really have no words.
And I think so too. I
have no words.
I
have no.
like,
something needs to be done, because you don't want that little child who's closer to 5 years old to walk in with a belly. Then what? Somebody's gonna have to answer to that.
It's definitely not gonna be me in my house. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I told him, like, never, like, that cannot happen ever again. Because it's definitely, if something happened, it's not gonna be under my roof where somebody can be, oh, she was being careless. Because when it comes to my kids, I don't play like that with them. Anywhere they go, like I said, I'm expecting to, if I'm dropping you off, I'm expecting to meet a mama. I'm expecting to meet a daddy. If I'm picking you up, I'm expecting to talk to the mama. Hey, thank you for keeping my son. So
what's your relationship
with my baby father, or with the child?
With the baby father.
It's good. Like, it's good. I mean, we have a good relationship. It took us a while to get here. You know what I mean? In the rough, it was a little bit, in the beginning, it was a little rough. But it took us a while to get here, and especially after I had my son, it definitely brought us closer together. Like, me having a son and stuff, it brought us closer together, and so our relationship itself is really, really well. We were a battle let me tell you. But you know, we communicate much better now. If one of us is angry with each other, all that stuff we talk about after fights, you know, when we sit there and think like, oh, we should have done this and this and this. Now we actually are able to apply those things when we're in the middle of fights. Like, hey, we're in the middle of a fight. Let's apply the stuff we be talking about that's going to help us, you know, and avoid the toxic back and forth and this and that. So our relationship itself is really good. I don't feel like I think the only time it really gets tested is in a situation when it comes to him being a dad to the boys and me being sensitive. And it's kind of like, you're going to make them soft. And I'm telling him like, you're too rough. And he's like, you're too soft. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to be a dad to somebody because I'm a mom to somebody. So I think, am I crossing a boundary and letting him be a dad? And boys need that, you know, so I don't want to take that away from them. But I want to be soft, you know, like, so yeah.
It's the thing is, I'm not saying much because I know you're still home and they're listening, you know? So I'm just trying to be, you need support. You need support outside of your house, your family. You need support. You need resources. If anyone in the chat can recommend some resources for her, please put it in the chat. Where are you located?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
In Houston, Texas. I'm going to leave it at that because I can't go in because you're there at the house and I'm sure. So,
but really quick, I do just want to say, like, I'm seeing the comments, people are talking about like me, like, I'm not in no abusive situation or nothing like that. Like my relationship with him is good. It just come down to like the parenting sometimes and him being harder on the boys. But like, I don't want y'all to think something wrong with me. Like, I'm okay, y'all. There's nothing wrong with me. The only reason why I don't want to ask in front of him is because he's very like private. So, and he's older. Like, I will say that he's 38 years old and I'm younger. So he doesn't like the social media and stuff. He doesn't do that. So to him, it's like me being on live asking y'all a question about our kids and stuff would be like an invasion of privacy, but it's not like it would be a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, it's just an invasion of privacy. Older men just don't deal with, and he's black too. So black older men in that older generation don't really understand like TikTok live. That's why I don't want him to be like, why are you telling a bunch of people on live are this? Because it's not really nobody's business. But I just want to make sure that I'm not like, if I do need to step more mothering and nurturing, I want to do that, but if I don't need to and I need to allow,
yeah, you need support, honey. You need real support. You need real support. You need support. It's not, you need support. You need support. And what's going on is not okay. It's just not okay. I'm stuck on what you told me 10 minutes ago, Alicia. I'm stuck on that. I can't even get past that. Yeah, I can't get past that. Yeah, I can't get past that part.
Yeah, my baby father wasn't okay with that situation, you know, like that's why he was mad, because he was like, she's 11 years old, she don't need to be here, we didn't meet nobody's daddy, you didn't tell nobody that she was coming. So it's like he's not in agreement with that. He's kind of the same way I am when it comes to that. Like, what, I'm on live really quick, I'm asking a question. It do take some confidence to have all your viewers be looking at you and stuff, and especially looking crazy like this with this hair and this heat in Texas. But yeah, that I get it. That situation should have never happened, and that's why he was so mad about it.
I'm just sending praying energy to you right now, my love, and I hope that you get the support you need. And I don't want to keep having this conversation because he is, and I don't want to cause more problems in your home. I don't. All right?
I know. I see everybody in the comments. Time to move on. Bye, y'all. Thanks for listening.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm stuck on the 11. And I don't even want to say it out loud because she might still be on live. And he might be listening. The 11 and the 13. It's just so many things to unpack. And she said, I look a mess with my hair and lashes. How are we even thinking about looks when there's so much going on, honey? Hair and makeup. There's an 11-year-old. 11 is close to 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 years old was 7 years ago. The girl was just 6. And now she's laid up with a 13-year-old. The girl was just 10, 11. She was just 9. What a 13-year-old boy with raging hormones. 11-year-old who can't find her mama, who ain't got a parent to go to, out in the world, just out in the world. It's a scary world we live in. When you count your blessings tonight, you better count them twice, frontwards and backwards. You better count them twice. I'm praying for that little girl. I'm praying for that little girl. Her life will be forever changed, and she will be another statistic. Unfortunately, another statistic. Another girl having a baby young, lost in the world, cursing, and masculine energy. No mama, no father, no aunt, no this. Being promiscuous. Giving her body, searching for love, trying to be loved. And the cycle continues. Just like that. And here she goes 10 years later on the live asking me a question. How can I get out of my masculine energy? When the real question would be, the trauma I had from when I was 11 caused me to get here. That's why I'm here on this live. Because 10 years ago, something happened to me. And now I'm trying to cover it up being with lip gloss and hair when I really need therapy. That was a lot, you guys. I'm going to end on that note because I'm overwhelmed. I'm honestly overwhelmed.